everyone, and happy holidays. This is Phil, and this is Before the Bat, the first episode of our our 9-part Christmas special. Joining me here is Lilith Hellfire.
Happy holidays, guys.
Alright, everyone, and we're going to start everything off. These issues, the only order we picked was the chronological when they were released, so this first episode, Lilith and I are going to discuss Identity Crisis from Batman issues 455, 456, and 457 from 1990. So, yeah, we're starting at 1990 and working our way up.
I just want to remind you guys, I was only like 4.
Well,
I was 3 actually, technically.
That shoots down my question of, did you read this when it first came out? You were 3?
Yeah. Going on.
Shut up. I was 12. Shut up.
I like this one. The most interesting thing about this is how they wrote it, and it's all supposed to take place in one calendar day.
Mm-hmm.
3 issues. Like, that's something that took me a second the first time that I read through this. I was just like, oh, okay. That's a lot going down in Gotham.
Hey, it's Gotham.
True. Just a normal day for Jim Gordon over on the actual Gotham show.
Mm-hmm. But, like, these issues had, like, a big impact on me around this time because, you know, it's the beginning of Tim Drake's training. And like I said, I was 12, so Tim Drake and I were around, like, the same age when these were going down. So I was like, wow.
Fun fact, I actually ended up reading this story first in Robin: A Hero Reborn trade paperback. So that's where it's reprinted.
I have the individual issues, but that's what I'm looking at them in right now. Robin: Hero Reborn. It's funny you say that.
I've never been a big fan of Alan Grant, but I thought that these 3 issues are really good. So.
Oh, you really didn't like his Batman stuff?
Nah, not really.
I don't know.
He had spurts.
Maybe as I was reading it as it came out.
Aww.
But, yeah, really good. Like, of course, we're talking about it because it takes place around Christmas. Such a cheery Christmas, too.
Welcome to the world of Batman.
Well, yeah, but really, Tim Drake's mother had just been killed off not too long ago, so, like, was it the first issue of this? His mother's funeral. Merry Christmas.
He's having a nightmare.
Uh-huh. With Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson.
Welcome to the Dead Mothers Club.
But, yeah, well, the big plot is all just random citizens are going nuts, putting on the same mask and, like killing people.
I think my favorite scene in the first issue is Tim is in the Batcave looking at Jason Todd's Robin costume.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, like, kind of like, oh, okay. Yeah, revenge! And Bruce is like, not ready.
Exactly. I mean, this is only like 2 years after they killed off Jason Todd. It'd be like another 15 years or so before they brought Jason Todd back.
Yeah. Thanks, Superboy Prime. Also, Vicky Vale. Like, I thought we were done with this. I totally forgot about Vicky Vale.
Well, this was 1990, so this was right after the first Michael Keaton Batman, so...
As I was reading this, I was like, oh yeah, this is another reason why it was off-putting at first. It took me a long time to come around to liking Tim Burton's vision for Batman. Yeah.
No. But, alright. It's a story from 1990. Do you think it holds up?
If you take out the Jason Todd thing, yeah, it holds up.
Okay.
Actually, take out Vicky Vale and just make her like Lana Lang or something else, and it holds up. You know what I mean? There's a couple of dated references, but overall, the emotion and everything, and the Tim Drake stuff, it still holds up to me.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Yeah, I think I agree with you. Most of it holds up. Maybe take out some of the old references, but I mean, I've read this story so many times that just, of course, it seems to make sense to me. Everything.
I mean, honestly, Tim Drake, like, they have kind of messed with his continuity a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That's annoying. I think this is one of the best versions of him. I like this. Like I said, like the trade that I recommended that you're reading it from, I think that's a great place to start if you don't know much about Tim Drake.
Because when they first introduced him and he was first training to become Robin, and I mean, this is when he first officially becomes Robin at the end of this story. Like, he was just like a regular kid. Yeah, he was kind of smarter than your average, whatever he's supposed to be in here, 13, 14-year-old.
But if you take it to today's world, that's just your average with all the internet access and, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I just, that's what I'm saying. He was a slightly above average kid. Nowadays, it seems like they want to make him like this uber genius, and you know.
You have to be to keep up with Bruce and Dick, though. When you think about it. I mean, look what happened to Jason for 15 years. He was a hothead. He wasn't really, you know what I mean? The way that they had written him. So they figured that that's what worked for Robin.
Well, that was that. This arc was like the end of a year or a little more journey, because like, when they finally settled on Tim as Robin, Batman's like, hey, I'm not just gonna throw you out in the field like those other two. I'm gonna make sure you're prepared. And
yeah. The fun thing about this one specifically is, like, we all know that Batman has this rich rogues gallery and stuff. It's like, for me, it's not about the villains. It's about, you know, Bruce and Tim and all these, like, character interactions. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's kind of in the background for me.
Yeah, and spoiler alert on a decades-old story, but the villain's Scarecrow. He's the one driving these people to murder and basically just wants to ruin the holidays.
Because he's a lonely old goat.
Yeah. And, I mean, this is interesting. This was, like, one of my first exposures to the Scarecrow.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's so many. No, seriously, like, as a Scarecrow story, but there are so much better Scarecrow stories, in my opinion.
Yeah, but, I mean, once the animated series hit, you got a lot more Scarecrow. But, like, back, or, like, when this was printed, I mean, Scarecrow appearances were, like, few and far between.
Yeah. Although, I will say the flashback villains, quote unquote, were great. Like, we had Tweedledum and Tweedledee, for goodness sakes. And Anarchy, Killer Moth, Riddler. Like, well, I'm kind of skipping ahead to the second issue, but yeah. Like, I liked all those little kind of flashback little things. Mm-hmm. So.
And, like, I remember this from the Batman books back around this time. I think it was that Alan Graham put things in all, like, a lot of his stories is, like the quotes on the first page of every story.
Yeah. Which is cool.
Mm-hmm. Give you some learning.
The first issue sets up things great, but I think my favorite out of the three are definitely the second issue. I loved it from cover to cover. Pretty much. Yeah. Because it's like without fear of consequence, and you're like, oh, they're rated on thick now. With the Scarecrow. So.
Yeah, but that last issue, it's like, you know, it's Tim passing that final test, proving he can be Robin.
Hey, at least he didn't need a 30-minute prologue. Still bitter, sorry.
I mean, seriously, think about it. I mean, back in 1990, this was a 3-issue arc. Today, it would have been like a 12-issue miniseries.
It really would have.
They would have had
you know what, though? But it would be worth it, I think.
Yeah, but they would have run them through like Scarecrow, somebody else, and then, you know, end with the Joker or somebody.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had his. They did something like unique with him that they had never done with any other Robin. Is like for a while.
Make him take a taxi.
I know. Why don't you just tell Alfred to take? But no, I'm just like his father. At this point, his father was still alive for the longest time. Like he had this living father. He had to keep his secret from.
Well, that's what superheroes do. They keep secrets.
Liars.
A lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point, though. Like I said, they tried to make Tim something different, but also kind of like, well, this is what people want to see from Robins, apparently. Mm-hmm. That Jason Todd experiment did not work out.
And if you're wondering of like how is this a Christmas story? Well, it happens around Christmas. One of the killers running amok is wearing a Santa outfit.
Yeah.
Alfred's wrapping Christmas presents. I
wonder if it's just like Lemon Pledge. Coasters.
Painkillers, Master Bruce.
First aid kits. Oh. So the last one is definitely your favorite issue then? I mean, like, out of this...
Yeah, probably. I mean, and what did you think of the Robin costume? That's like the first time we actually got like the modified Robin costume.
Yeah, I like that. That was really cool.
Better than short shorts.
Yes. every time I think of short shorts, I just think of Batman 66.
Dick's like, come on, really?
Or the little, if you ever have like the Batman movie Lego set, that Robin's in short shorts, like real short shorts.
Oh, Luca can't wait. Lego Batman comes out in February.
Oh, yeah. I just keep seeing all the dang toy sets for different stuff for that one. I'm just like, is it out yet?
Nope, February. We're going to the theater.
Oh, you guys are?
Yeah. Oh, too bad the movie's not in January. You could have come with us.
I don't know. I do definitely love that ending panel in the third issue of this arc. Definitely.
Oh yeah, we get that full shot of the costume.
Yeah, that was great. And it just goes, I don't know. It's just so cocky of him, though. It seems like to me.
Yeah, well, I mean, then if you read the first Robin miniseries, it like picks up right there, and then he's kind of like, oh, wait a minute, what was I saying?
Exactly. Yeah. So the third one is Master of Fear. And it goes from 50 to 100 real quick. Like,
oh yeah, well, Scarecrow just starts popping the tops on those fear gases.
I know, you're just like, holy crap. What was it? What was the line? Essence de trauma. So great. That was so good.
And I mean,
and Vicky's like, her puppy got run over by a car, and I'm like, really?
Yeah, I was gonna say, really? Can we talk about that? It's like Bruce and Tim see like the deaths of the murders of their parents and stuff, and just like, yeah, Vicky's her big fear is her puppy getting run over.
She's that just goes to show you she's a literal airhead.
Or live the charmed life. I don't know.
Here for the boobs and nothing else.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't like Vicky Vale. I will never like Vicky Vale.
Neither did Alec Baldwin.
Ooh! Ouch. In fairness, they were married for a long time. Sometimes you can do that to people.
I know. All right.
Now that's what I need. I need a reunion of the original Batman movies, and Alec Baldwin needs to be the villain. Tim Burton, make it happen.
Nice.
Johnny Depp can be Batman this time around. It's okay.
What?
Helena Bonham Carter can be, oh wait, they're divorced on nasty terms. Never mind. Her husband is still sore about that whole thing. Never mind.
Alright, is that it then?
Yes. All in all, I think the three average together to be a good A- for me.
Yeah, I agree with that. But
pick up Robin, a Hero Reborn. Seriously, if you don't have it.
Yeah, especially if you're a big Tim Drake fan, yeah, pick that up. Or like I said, the story we talked about was Batman 455 to 457, and then the first Robin miniseries rolls right into that. So.
Oh, and I just want to say that the costume was designed by Neil Adams, with the exception of the revamped our chest insignia and the Colossus style. That actually came from Norm Brayfogle, who had he did an earlier redesign that was in Batman Family number 13 from back in the 70s. But it only appeared in one issue, so if you don't on a single page, so don't worry about it if you don't know what I'm talking about.
But yeah, so like I said, well, this is Christmas, yeah. So if you have a Batman fan in your life, pick up Robin, a Hero Reborn. Yeah,
it's got some good deals on it on Amazon.com. This podcast not sponsored by Amazon, but I'm sure Philip wouldn't mind if they wanted to reach out.
Of course not. But we are. So like I said, this is the first of a 9-part Christmas special. So anything you hear this episode, any other episode, share your thoughts with us. beforethebad@gmail.com. On Facebook, we are Before the Bat, the Gotham Podcast. And on Twitter, we are @BeforeTheBatPod. Oh, and before I forget, we have, not only do we have a Facebook page, but we have a Facebook group for this podcast also. So go there and let's get some dialogue going. Heck, review our Christmas episodes. Tell us what you think. But anyway, since you are our guest, Lilith Hellfire, Johnny Depp's biggest fan, where can people find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire or at Adventures in FG. You can also check out my website, Adventures in Fangirling. If you're looking for your new latest obsession, definitely check it out. And of course, check out Channel 52 Podcast, where we review pretty much like we do commentaries, we review the weekly stuff, the weekly books. Lots of fun stuff coming up over the hiatus, so be on the lookout.
All right, and as for me, you can always get a hold of me, nightwingpdp@gmail.com. On Twitter, I am at nightwingpdp. And if you want to make my Christmas complete, check out all my works here on the Legends of DC podcast with me, Lilith, and our friends, the Enough Said podcast, and the Channel 52 podcast, where Lilith and I review all the DC comics every week. Alright, so I guess that's it. Join me next episode, maybe on my own. It's interesting we were talking about Robin, A Hero Reborn, because the next issue I will be reviewing Robin 2, The Joker's Wild. Another one. You can join me if you want. But and not interesting enough, another Christmas Tim Drake story. So come back for that.
You don't wear the red and green for nothing, Philip.
That's true. All right. Well, until next time, same bat time, same bat channel, and happy holidays.